It was a chilly but gorgeous day today as high temperatures stayed in the 60s. So finally, we had highs feeling a little more seasonal. And normal is 70 degrees, so we are running below average. 63 is our current reading. Now, it was breezy today, not nearly as windy as it was yesterday. So I don't think tomorrow morning we're going to have as much of a wind chill, but temperatures will likely be a few degrees colder to start our Friday. Less wind, bit of a breeze though out at lakefront, but generally speaking, far less through the night tonight. Temperatures at the moment in the low 60s, some upper 50s already starting to show up, and low humidity, dew points 20s and 30s, will allow those temperatures to bottom out even more so, especially considering we're getting kind of a secondary front to move through overnight tonight. Not really a dramatic swing in our temperatures, but it will help to kind of reinforce the chilly air that we already have in place. And the upper pattern will also keep that colder air in place right through the start of the weekend. We've been talking about this big upper level low kind of slowly meandering its way east, and eventually as it pulls more up toward the Canadian Maritimes, it cuts off our colder air, and so we're going to have what's called more of a zonal flow. At the same time that we have this more west to east flow at the surface, we're going to have an onshore flow. So here comes our front overnight tonight, and by wake up time tomorrow morning, again, those temperatures will be a couple of degrees colder. High pressure will mean light to almost non-existent winds for Saturday morning, and Saturday will be our coldest morning. I'd mentioned the possibility of some patchy frost. Later into Saturday, and especially Sunday, that high starts to shift toward the east. That immediately brings back an onshore wind, and our temperatures begin to rise. At the same time, we've got that zonal flow kind of cutting off the colder air, so temperatures will be right back into the 70s. Then we're looking ahead to a deep upper trough that will move in to wrap up November and head into December. The big question is, does it arrive in time for Thanksgiving? Now, I talked about this yesterday. The Euro had a front moving through Tuesday, but not the GFS. Well, now the models are in agreement. The front is probably not going to move through. Maybe it's enough to spark an isolated shower. Here comes the front that we're waiting on. The problem is, there it is Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning. By the afternoon, it is still off to our west. By the night and early morning hours of Friday is when it finally sweeps through and cold air moves in. And both the models are indicating that the front will either be right on top of us or still off to the east. The GFS continues to say the front will either be getting ready to move through or moving through by the afternoon and evening. So we're hoping that the timing is more like the GFS with regards to bringing in a colder air mass for Thanksgiving. So still trying to figure out the timing of that front. So kind of a question mark right now on our forecast for Thanksgiving. Next couple of days though, very chilly. Morning lows 30s, 40s, highs only in the 60s. We're right back into the 70s by Sunday. Then looking ahead to that front on Thursday.